Hey guys, so this is my league that I just ran, fairly new at Moto, but let's see how we go. Running the Mardu, low to the ground deck, mulligan to 5 here. This is not a good game, so I'll just explain how the deck goes. So we're running no Gideons in the main, instead we've got 2 Thalia, 2 Depala. In the board we're running 4 Fevered Visions and 2 Keys to the City with 2 Sky Sovereigns. Okay, to sort of beat out the mirrors, give yourself an edge on the ones you're on the draw. Here we just don't draw another land, right? So this is how it goes. You mull down to 5, still have no lands. What can you do? So he's on the play as well. two caravans. There's nothing that goes on in this game. We try and hold on as best we can, but he's got copter generating his discard outlet. Discards a Haunted Dead. This game's over quite quickly. Still no lands. We're on turn 5. Still no lands. I mean, what more can be said? If we go no land and then that's a concede. Sure thing. Go next game. And we're off. So here we see an ideal hand if there's ever one for this deck. There's quite a few of the lines that can be ideal. Inventor's Apprentice, Thalia, and Scrap Heap Scrounger. So you got your 1, 2, 3, very, very strong. You got 5 damage on turn 2. He plays the Copter, he's behind on tempo. Thalia comes down, so literally no matter what he does, he is behind. So even if he removes Thalia, no go. Here we go. Another 8 damage, down to 5. Scrap Heap comes down, and he concedes. So that's that one. Pretty standard game for Mardu on the play when you're this low to the ground. No Gideons, no nothing gumming up your fast plays. Then we move in. So we go to the board. We're in the draw now, so Sky Sovereign comes in. No Fevered Visions for this game, he's too fast. Discards his whole hand. But we got the Sky Sovereign, and I think we put in some Galvanic Bombardments as well. So he's going strong, he's going as good as these decks do. They're all got the same base of creatures, that's what makes them all strong. Scrap Heap Smugglers, and a 1-drop of some kind. So I'm just going to set myself up here. The point of this is to match him for damage as best I can, and then regain the board, regain the advantage sort of turn 5. I can't beat him if he's on the play, we can't race, it just doesn't work. Even if we were both attacking turn by turn, he'd have the 1 turn ahead of me, so I got to find a way to make it a little bit more even and then swing it back in my favor. So here I hold up Harness Lightning for the Copter, kill the Copter, and then he loses his discard outlet. Great. He attacks with the 2 guys with evasion. Sure. Take another 2, and the damage is just about stemmed, right? So here we go. Skyship comes down. Kills the Scrap Heap Scrounger. He doesn't have any creatures in his graveyard to recur it. So now he's just attacks for 1. Because I can crew the Skyship. So here we go. Crew the Skyship, attack Haunted Dead. And then swing at him for 7 with the Veteran Motorist. So at this point, this is when the game swings back in my favour. Play the Smuggler's Copter, play the Scrap Heap Scrounger, gain the board advantage. He tries to get his back. He goes for the full swing. I mean, I counted up, he's not got lethal. So block 1, brings me down to 3, and that's game. And that's all there was to that game. So in that game, guys, he used his Fiery Temper to try and get board control, but he had board control no matter what. So I think he should have gone for the damage, and it wouldn't have affected his board state whatsoever. It wouldn't have affected his ability to deal damage to me, and he would have won that game. But not many people play like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel if you've got the burn and you've got control, you use it as burn. So this is versing Green Black Delirium. Kept a very shaky hand. Probably done, but I'm still trying to find out how far this deck can be pushed. I mean, you know, you play the mono white humans or the red white humans from 2 seasons ago, and that could go off one land quite easily. This was the wrong hand for it, but we ended up okay. So far we've got a good board presence. He's coming up on his turn 5. Grapples away, and then the deck's Green Black Delirium really starts doing what it does. So in this we don't have any Declaration Stones, and we don't have any Keys to the City or Fever Visions in the main board, so we're not well equipped to deal with Green Black Delirium on the main, which will be changing. We've made those changes already. I go to kill Lily, of course, had to be done, but then he gets Delirium on turn 5, or turn 6 rather, Ishkana. So here you got to think, what can this deck do against Ishkana? Just kill the big one and then go through the spiders. That's fine. Fine enough of a plan. I've got the burn, so now Tyler's tracker becomes priority. Harness Lightning, there's no point doing it in response, he's going to get the triggers no matter what. So you just wait and then burn it at the end. Okay, he takes the damage, full knowing he can take it. Gets Kalidas. So Unlicensed Disintegration, no worries, takes another 3 damage. He grasps in response, so I can't attack him with the buffed Toolcraft. Noxious Gearhawk, so here we go. He doesn't really have a target, but it gets one of my creatures off the board. Here I'm pretty fucked, right? Not much I can do. Play the 2 Copters. I mean, it's ideal. He doesn't have much reach anymore, so I could start swinging in. Has another tracker, of course he does. And then just start cycling his deck. So Delirium is so strong here. Like, he's got 1 card in his hand, but it's so effective. He has so many. So I crew both Copters. He's presenting grass mana, but I double block anyway because I'm screwed if I let this happen to me. So I go for both the triggers. He has no grass, he was bluffing. Cycle away the Aether Hubs, get a Harness Lightning net. Not bad as a board state. Go for the attack. Of course he blocks, I think. No, he takes it. Goes down to 8. Get the Depala. Harness Lightning the tracker. So it's looking pretty good. I mean, I'm keeping up as much as I can. But we all know that's not how Delirium goes. He's got enough mana to really do what he wants. Hits the Lily. You know what he grabs? Ishkana's back. Okay. So I tap Depala, try and grab whatever I can, see a veteran motorist, pass the turn. Grass Depala, of course, that's fine. That's what she's there for. She's there to die. Goes for the Transgress, I have nothing in my hand, but he also sees that I have nothing in my hand, so also not good. So here we go with Depala again, and that's my turn. Lily goes up. Motorists come down. What do I see? Inventor's Apprentice. In my deck, I figure there's nothing more I've got to beat this game. I've had 2 Unlicensed Integration out of 3, and I've had 2 Harness Lightnings out of 4. So, there's very slim chances that I'm going to draw the removal I need. He blocks with everything here. I double pump the Smuggler's Cop to make it a 5/5. Ishkana dies. That's fine for me. Enough of a trade. So he uses the, obviously the 5 damage from Ishkana before it dies. So you know what that means? If he's throwing his Ishkana to the wolves, here comes the other one. And there it is. So 3 Ishkanas, this deck absolutely cannot deal with that. Familiar comes down, so you know he's confident. Back up the life. No Magmatic Chasm, no Key to the City, which would have been great, because Cultivator's Caravan could have just gone straight through. No reach, I concede. Game 2. So this game here is probably 100% my fault. I bought in FIFA Visions, I bought in Key to the Cities. This is some of the first times I'm getting to some real games on this tech. So I see Key of the City, I see Fever Visions, and I keep it. Didn't have land to play it, but I had Cultivator's Caravan. No creatures. Obviously that's the worst possible plan against a green-black deck. You need creatures, you need to stop it before they can get their plan across. Because God forbid they get a good early start and then just roll into a mid-game, late game. Can't be done. So he kills my Cultivator's Caravan before I can even get Fever Visions out. He's already on 4 cards, 22 life. Fever Visions' impact here is minimal, especially when I don't have a board state. So he's just performing as Green-Black Delirium does. I just keep drawing into nothing. Try and burn off what I can. You know, maybe I draw into Thalia plus Sky Sovereign and take control of the game, but no. Fever Visions is doing its job, but I'm too far behind for it to make the difference. I needed to have creatures, right? You can't have 2 Fever Visions and a Sky Ship and no creatures and expect to do well. So this is all my fault, but I just wanted to see how the cards worked. I was a bit too keen. 3 Fever Visions, and you know that's game from there. So I'm down to 8. He's got Quagmire and Sylvan Advocate. He kills my Inventor's Apprentice, swings in for lethal, and that's that game. So that was my fault. Hopefully we get some better games in with Green-Black Delirium, because that is an important matchup. I want to show you guys how that actually works. I believe it's quite favourable with the Visions and the Key to the City, but we'll just have to run that back and see how we go. So here we go. I thought I was versing Marvel here. Play the Toolcraft. Nope, out comes Long Tusk. That's fine. Go the Veteran Motorist. Smuggler's Cop to the top. I blocked the Long Tusk here. All his creatures' singular threats are very, very powerful because he has the Giant Growth. You can't let that happen to you. So you just got to keep attacking. Here's the Pummeler. So he's on turn 4, he's got the Pummeler out, and he's got 6 energy. So what do? We're ahead anyway. We got to burn out the Electrostatic Pummeler. See if I'll bait the damage first. Nope, he's not taking it. So I burn it off. He could have had Blossoming Defense there, but the calculation works. If he did have Blossoming Defense and used it that turn, he would not have lethal the following turn. So it works either way for me. And then I swing again, and we're almost at lethal. So he pumps here. I was hoping to harness lightning and just trade, but he uses Uncaged Fury. My guy does no damage, and he survives. He's on 2 now though, concedes. Obviously had nothing in his hand. We've got to game 3. Game 3 is quite interesting in the sense that we see how powerful the Hydra really is against some decks, against any targeted removal. Very, very powerful. So here we go, 7 of the Conduit. I bought it in Galvanic Bombardments. No Fevered Visions, but we did get Key to the City as well. So I burn off his creature straight away. Maybe that was a mistake. He's not ramping into anything. I probably should have just let it be. But I wanted to keep getting damage in. I wanted to try and take tempo back. Here's the Hydra. So he's already on 6 energy. I can't burn it. I tried to bait here, let him drop some energy down, and I'll just recur the Scrap Heap later. But no go. He gets Arlen out. Massive 7/6 haste vigilance. And he goes to work on me. So I see what I can find. We've already got 1 energy from the Aether Hub, so if I found Harness Lightning, might be able to do something there when I get another land. Didn't, found another Unlicensed. This deck will never have 6 lands of that type. Double black, double red. Not going to happen. So you're not going to get this Hydra down. He's back up to 6 energy because of the Attune with Aether. And Aether Hub. So there's almost no way for me to kill this Bristling Hydra without getting the Skyship and blocking. So we've got to work towards something like that. He makes it massive. I block it here because if he has Blossoming Defense, then I die off Blossoming Defense. Had Incendiary Flow, I die anyway. That is how that goes. Not much I could have done there. Maybe a little bit different, kept up some blockers. Just a double block, but I don't gain the +3. So here we go, we got a similar hand to what we finished with last time. However, 2 Veteran Motorists really smooths out your variance by a lot. So, let's go, let's start the attacks, 4 damage, and we start reducing our hand. So we get rid of Unlicensed. A bit too much mana to invest on a turn, I thought. We've already got 1 is fine. Lathnu Hellion comes out, so he's going to start the race. I'm fine with that, I'm ahead, I was on the play, so I'm just going to keep attacking. Off we go, get another trigger. Aether Hub, I ditch the Scrounger, of course because I can recur it later if I want to. Did I miss playing the Aether Hub? Maybe I did. I think I did, yeah. I pressed F6 instead of F2. But hey, I'm new to Moto, so this stuff will happen. Try not to make it let it happen, but hey. So I go kill the island, I think. No? Going for lethal? Yeah, oh, right, okay, sorry, I missed that with you guys. So he's attempted to stabilize there on 7 health. Of course, my Smuggler's Copter can be a 4-4 or a 5-5 with a Veteran Motorist, and then I had Unless Disintegration to burn out the last amount of damage. So there's nothing really he could do there. He had no reach, as in like flying protection. And in my hand, of course, I had all the removal I needed. So that game was pretty much on lockdown. Pretty textbook for the deck. So low to the ground so fast that, you know, if you blink you'll miss it kind of thing. Very hard for this deck to stumble. I mean, unless you're being silly like I did in the green-black game, you'll have a solid land base almost all of the time with 9 fast lands and 12 1-drops. So it's very unlikely that you're gonna pause at the start. Then you roll into your 2-drops, which again are plentiful, so many of them, and then from there you're off to the game should be almost locked up. If not, then you lock it up with the Thalia. So here's the curve. So 12 on the 1-drop slot. What do we got there? 6, 11, 17 on the 2-drop, and then 2, 6, 9 on the 3-drop. So almost 0% chance of you stalling out and choking. So you just apply the pressure, pick your removal smart, and then the board is where it gets interesting. So flexible in the board, we're still working on it. We'll post updates. But hey, that's the first league, 4-1. Not bad. Could have been 5-0, but I was being a bit silly. I will record some more, hopefully some higher quality games with Blue White and Delirium. But for now, this will be a good start.